Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bimmer Fixer video, and in this video I'm going to be changing out my old rubber bushings on my front roll bar with these polyurethane ones from PSB. They're not a sponsor of the video, but I've heard good things and they're very competitively priced. So first things first, we'll get the car up in the air, get it secured with axle stands, get the under tray off, and that will give us a better look at what we need to do. Okay, so these are the front roll bar bushings here. So there's one there and one just there. This is your front roll bar running across here. Mine's in a little bit of disrepair, so what I'm going to do, you don't feel like you have to, but I'm just going to give that a quick rub down with a wire brush and give it some rust treatment and give that a quick coat of paint just to prolong its life a bit longer. But yeah, so removing the brackets is simple enough. This one over here, you have a 10mm bolt here you need to quickly just pop off to release that bracket up there, and then you've got two 13s. There's one just there and there's one from the top. On the passenger side, we've just got one 13mm at the top there and then one just there. So I'll set you up at a better angle and then we'll get those off. Okay, so once you've removed the two nuts at the bottom, two bolts at the top, and that 10mm one on that bracket, for that top bolt on the right hand side, you might need quite a substantial extension just to make life a bit easier. Once that's all off, what you need to do then, if you just pull the sway bar towards you, give it a bit of a wiggle, it'll drop down. There's some plates on the back of those, so just be wary of that as well when you reinstall them. So to take the brackets off, just pull them towards you like that, and then open up the bushing, and then it'll come off like that. These are actually in worse state than I thought, which is oh wow, I'm pleased I'm changing them. I think they're probably the original ones, so they've got 175,000 miles on them. Same again with this one. Just wiggle the bracket towards you, open up the bushing. There we go, that's even worse. So yeah, glad we're changing those. Right, so if you're not going to do anything with your sway bar, then all you need to do is just pop on your new ones back into the brackets after giving them a clean with some silicone grease on the inside. I'll show you how to do that in a second. I'm going to give my roll bar just a bit of a clean up. I'm going to deal with some of this rust with some rust killer and then some paint or some stone chip just to prolong the life of the sway bar a bit more. Get it cleaned up and then install the new bushings. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, so to get our brackets ready for our new polyurethane bushes, what we want to do is we want to make sure that the inside of the bracket is nice and clean. So you can just give it a bit of a blast with some brake and clutch cleaner. You could use like a Brillo pad, but I think if you use some brake and clutch cleaner, you should be okay if you can just give it a bit of a clean. So just keep going until you get all the residual left over from the old bushings. Just keep going until you get that all off. Okay, like that, and then you can just give the outside a bit of a clean as well if you like. Then you're ready for your polyurethane bushes. So it's just worth pointing out that they are different diameters. I think there's three. Mine, for example, is 25.5mm diameter in the centre here. I can't remember off the top of my head what the others are, but they are different, so it's just worth double checking. If you're really unsure, let me know in the comments what your VIN number is if you like, and I can just double check and give you the correct part number. But yeah, and also you've got to remember to use silicone grease in there, not copper grease. But anyway, so I'm going to get the brackets cleaned up a bit more, and then I'm just waiting for my roll bar to dry, and then we're ready to reinstall. Okay, so we are now ready to reinstall our bushes. So before we put our bushes back onto the roll bar, we just want to pop some silicone grease on the inside. So you can just pop a little bit inside like that, and just make sure it's all on the, covers the whole center of the roll of the bushing. Like that. You don't want to go crazy, just so you got enough on there like that. Do the same with the other one, then we're ready to pop these back on the roll bar. Okay, so we're ready to put our new polyurethane bushes onto our roll bar. So you can just see where, I don't know if you can actually, but you might be able to see just where it was before. So just pop that on and over like so. Give it a little wiggle to make sure the grease is moved about. Do the same on the other side. Like that. Bit of a wiggle. Okay, so then we just get our bracket and then pop that back over the top like so. And now you've got to make sure the bracket goes the way around. So in this case it was like that. So this angle is pointing towards the left hand side of the car. I don't know if you can still see me now, but so put that on like that. Then it's just a case of just make sure those brackets are in a reasonable place, ready to be flipped back up. So once you've got it lined up, like that, and then the same again this side. So once the bottom thread's on, you can just flip the plates up and that'll hold it like so. Like that. Then what you're ready to do now is get the nuts back on the bottom, the bolts back on the top, that bracket, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to finish up here and then I'll show you the finished product. And there we go, all installed, all back in and looking a lot neater. So hopefully you should feel a difference in the handling as well, and it's peace of mind as well. It's good to get those old ones out. So just a few things to finish on. Torque them down, these nuts and bolts, to 28 Newton meters. Don't just tighten one up straight away, kind of tighten them up intermittently. So start at the bottom, top, bottom, bottom, so it just goes in evenly. Because what will happen is if you tighten this bottom one all the way in, you won't be able to get that final bolt in across the top. So just do a little bit, bottom and top, and then there you go, that's it. Don't forget your little 10mm on there for that bracket. But that's it, it's all in. All's left to do now is just to put the under tray back on. I won't bore you with that, but there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please get the thumbs up. Any questions, as always, ask away in the comment section. I'll get back to everyone as quick as I can. And yeah, oh, if you're not sure about part numbers, just pop me over the last 5 digits of your chassis number and I can double check for you. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.